You have one child?
I have a child, yeah.
Did you breastfeed?
I did.
And did you breastfeed? How was that for you?
It was super natural. It was a great bonding experience for my son, and I did it for...
Did you breastfeed in public?
I did.
Did you ever catch any pushback?
Yes, I did.
Really?
All
Like
the
what?
time. Like, you should cover up. You should go to the bathroom. Who
cover
wants
up.
to go to the bathroom to eat? Certainly not a baby. That's so
Wait,
gross.
hang on. So you should go to the bathroom and go inside of a stall
Yes.
and sit down and feed your baby,
Yes.
waiting there, and then come back out?
Yeah, isn't that
Because
gross? Would you go eat a sandwich in the bathroom?
Dude,
Yeah, exactly. No.
wait, so the idea is that people did not want to see, what did they not want to see?
I guess they don't want to see a well-fed baby. I don't know.
Did they think they were going to catch a shot of your breasts?
Which
or-
is, I guess, like it's
Did you cover?
on. I had a cover, but I would use it if I felt comfortable. But if you've ever held a baby, you know that they're not always the most cooperative of people. Like, it's hot, it's, damp, they can't see their mom, it's loud, they're confused. So baby doesn't want the cover. Baby throws the cover off after a certain age.
So I
You
have
could
to say,
try.
so we're going to come back to that. Yeah, let's. Which makes me then wonder about something like you. If women ruled the world, what's the likelihood that breastfeeding in public would be seen by many people, including other women, as a shameful thing, as opposed to something that's really awesome? I mean, here it is. The breasts are finally getting used for the thing that they're supposed to be used for, not for male entertainment. So if you walked into a place, dude, you should give me a roar on that one. If you walked into a place, if you left, say you're breastfeeding, someone gives you a hard time, and you left your child with someone else, and you came back in with a really low-cut top that showed all your cleavage, those same people would not tell you, I'm certain, to cover up.
No one's telling me. It's a dual purpose thing, kind of like you were talking about. But it's not, it's uncomfortable. Whenever you're breastfeeding, typically, it's a whole thing. You have to wear extra layers so it doesn't leak everywhere, and then it's like a wet t-shirt contest no one wants to go to. But at that point, it's not sexual at that point, though. But yeah, if it was the other way around, and I was just walking around nipples out, it would be a whole different kind of thing, right? But men don't have to cover up. You go to a beach, and men are the most people I would rather not see shirtless or walking around with their shirts off, no shame. And bigger boobs than me, honestly, sometimes.
Yeah. So here's a shot. So this is DJ, who you met DJ. She was in class doing the Native American class. She's the one that's teaching the indigenous course. So this is in my office just a couple hours ago, and she's wearing this little shawl thing here. Underneath, she's pumping for her child, right? For Angelica, who's my goddaughter, by the way, who I was going to bring today, but she's home sleeping. And so she's pumping. So the whole time we're talking, right? So she's just she doesn't have to put this on, because I'm like, dude, please, you never have to cover up for me, because this is the purpose of boobies. You know what I mean? To feed children. You never need to. But whatever is most comfortable for you, it's fine, right? So she's pretty comfortable, and she's breastfed in front of me. But it's just kind of, you're at work, and so in underneath is this pump that's going the whole time we're meaning. It's going and I keep reminding myself, whoa. The miracle of the fact that in her breast is producing this milk that will go to her child. It's it's just the miracle of life itself. I'm not trying to jam any ideas down our throats about anything, right? But what I'm trying to do is get us to imagine how and why is the world organized as it is? How and why? How does that happen when something that just seems so obvious? When I personally, in my world, there are just some we've like taken things and twisted and turned them, like say with sexuality, or that we twist and turn them, I don't know, in ways that gratify certain segments of a population. Like for example, men, for men or other women even, to not have a problem when, say women are wearing really low cleavage, but have a problem when women are doing the thing with their breasts that breasts are really not meant to do, because not all women have children and not all women breastfeeding doesn't work for all women, but the breast is designed in that way. And it just like, I think me as a thinking person, I'm always trying to deconstruct how it is that we've created the world that we've created and why and for whose benefit. Like, whose benefit, right? And in this case, it seems to me that if women were running the show, a lot of things would be really very, very different that we don't even think about, because it's kind of like fish in water. The fish doesn't understand ever that it's in water because it's in water. It lives its whole life in water. But it's only the being that's outside of the water that can be able to say, hey, that fish is in water. And I think that's true for many of us with our culture. We wouldn't even imagine kind of the world in which we would live if we just kind of like turned it around. For women who are in here and who I just want to drop something in the room, who would feel really uncomfortable, let's say breastfeeding in public. I don't think people have to. I mean, although, if I were king, you would have. This would just be part of it. It would just be part of the world. There would be certain things that just would be a given. But nonetheless, I'm not king. But if these are the kind of places where sometimes we feel uncomfortable about stuff like that, and then we expect that we're going to be equal in the world. Like, as a woman, right? I'm going to be this powerful woman in the world, and people are going to show me respect, and I'm going to insist that I get respect, and I'm going to be in relationships where people respect me, and yet, but I'm still not comfortable talking about the fact that I'm in my cycle, or I wouldn't be comfortable talking about breastfeeding, or it's like, man, if you can't, that's kind of the ground level. If you can't demand equality there, it's going to be really hard to get equality in other places. Final comment?
Yeah, so I was wondering, do you think that even if breastfeeding was technically normalized, do you think women would still feel as if though it was okay to do it in public? Because like with body issues and mental health issues, do you think that although it is normalized and people wouldn't necessarily think twice about it, that women would still want to do it in public? Or do you think that they would go to the restroom to continue, because like the speaker said, it gets your shirt wet and it's a hassle and it is like more of a private thing? Do you think
No. The hassle is that it's really hard to be stuck in the corner of a room dealing with all the things you got to deal with. So like if you're at a restaurant and you got to like, okay, I'm at a restaurant, oh man, I got to feed. Now I got to put this cover on me and I got to look around. I got to make sure nobody's really kind of seen, and I'm going to hold my child with one hand. And breastfeeding is a chore, right? Like you said, it's really difficult, especially as your child gets larger. And then you got to put the cover on and you got to keep lifting the cover up because the baby gets hot. And it's like, oh my God, that's the idea here. But if you just didn't have to worry about those things and just said, okay, let me just open my shirt and let me just start breastfeeding, where, there's air here, everything is it's okay, I don't have to sort of hide away. That would be what would be normal. And that would make the whole process much easier. Because, like when you're breastfeeding at home and you're just sitting in a rocking chair, it's just like, oh, okay, I got it, right? And I watched this with DJ. When I'm in her house and she's breastfeeding, I mean, dude, my whole life with women, but nonetheless, it's just like this really relaxing, open thing. But when, she's in the office, then it's like, okay, I got to make sure that nobody walks in, not for her, but for them. And so I think that's what it is. And yes, I do think that it would just be a given, and that people would be much more comfortable and much more actively just engage, feeding in public, these kinds of things. I just think it just would be. It's just a give. It's just sort of like, oh God. Of course, I just think that's just the nature of things. And that women, first off, we don't have kids, but if we did have kids and my wife was breastfeeding and someone in public, she would breastfeed in public. And if someone did anything, I'd tell them to F off in a heartbeat. It would be like, dude, are you kidding me? Look at my wife's boobs. It's fine. That's what they're made for. Like, this is just insanity, right? But that's me. That's not everybody would be comfortable being in that place. But what I'm telling you is, if women ran the world, you would be comfortable with it. And everything I'm saying, every woman in here would be like, if you all ran the world, you'd be like, yeah, that's right. That's exactly how it would be. Like, it wouldn't be, none of you would be sitting here saying, yeah, but I don't know, for me, I'm still not. No. You would have created a world in which you were in control, and everything that happened to you would be the normal thing. Like, you were normal. Cycling people were normal. It's normal to cycle. Well, of course. Oh, you'd look at men. Oh, you're non-cycling. Oh, poor you. Like, you poor pathetic soul, right? No, we're the cycling group. Like, we're elevated. We're cool. We're stronger. We're better. Like, those are the kinds of things that would happen. Everything would turn on its head.